Okay, so I have got a STRIXHAVEN School of Mages. What is this? Bundle box. So I guess I've already opened 2 packs. I didn't plan on making a video for this, but I figured maybe someone might be interested in buying this specific thing, or even packs from this specific set. And if that's the case, then showing off some of these cards while I'm opening them, or the packs in general, might give somebody an idea of some of the cards they might find inside here if they haven't looked it up or anything like that. So I guess we'll get to that. Okay, so here we are, and this is the box that I got. Like I said, I already opened it. I'm going through a lot of my cards right now, trying to sort them all out and whatnot. This is what's supposed to come in it, which, let's see. Okay. Which also, this box ended up being really cool. It surprised me when I opened it. But I'm guessing this goes along with the paper that was in it, which I've currently got cards on. But the paper tells you about these different types of mages, and these signs represent those different mage types. And it tries to, basically categorizes players by the type of mages that they may be. And it gives you a description on the paper of what they would basically be a combination of if you were that kind of player, which they give relatively good description. I'm about to show you once I get all this stuff moved to the side here and off of it, which I'll probably go back over these other cards I've already looked at just so you can get an image of what those were. Yeah, so this is what it was. Declare your college. And I guess at this point in the video you can pause it if you want, so that you can read those and get an idea of what they are, if that is something you desire to do. Also, this pretty cool art of the different, I'm not even sure what this art's, the different what would this happen to be? I don't know. It's very interesting looking though. Could just be reference to the different mana types and whatnot. Oh well, okay, so that's that. We'll go ahead and go over the cards that I've already got. I'm not quite putting them all into my actual cards I've already separated yet. I'm waiting to separate all of these beforehand. Okay, that's one way to do it. And pick those up. And then we can pick those up. Okay, so we'll go through these cards that I've already got, because we have 8 more packs to open, so there is a lot of possibility for different stuff throughout that. Figured it would be worth sharing. Okay, so likewise, I'm gonna, for this same situation, I figure it'll be represented similarly. I'm just going to glance over the cards and show them to the camera basically, and in that situation, when I find a way to set this camera off, just with a phone. I don't have a camera otherwise. Oh well. Okay, Reflective Golem. I saw this and I was really excited over this card. Like I said, at any point you can pause it and look these cards over. But if you get this, I'd say you can you could do a lot with this card. It is a really interesting card. And I'm also separating all the cards by their types and whatnot. I'm trying to keep all the artifacts and everything separate. So that's my first artifact card. It might be the only damn artifact card, honestly. And there's this, which is a sorcery. I put this with my artifact card because it doesn't have a mana type, so it'll be relatively easy to categorize that non-mana type card. My white cards, This one, I like these art cards that they've got. They did really good on the art. We've got our fire cards now. Double strike, that is savage. Like, alright, so then we got our blacks. Or swamp. Whatever the preference of the name would be. Okay, so put that somewhere too. There's our blues. This card made me laugh, honestly. Not the name, but, well, I mean, the name could probably make you laugh too, but I read the creature part, and it said Frog Wizard, and I started rolling. I thought that was hilarious. Like, just the idea of a Frog Wizard is funny. There's a lot of good cards I've been finding through this, though. So, I definitely recommend buying this if you haven't got one. Well, if you have the spare money, that is, just because the fact of the cards that I've been seeing so far, just out of the 2 packs alone that I've opened, have been relatively good. So, based on that by itself, I'd recommend getting them. What is this? Oh, this is multicolored. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I was separating everything, like, legit. So multicolored cards I'm keeping together as well. That's a relatively good card, which would probably make sense for the rarity on the side there. That was another good one that I saw. See, now that card has a lot of potential too. Being able to add a 1/1 for every spell you're casting. Well, sorcery or what did I say? Instant or sorcery spells. Okay. That has the same effect, but it's only until end of turn, and that's why I didn't really feel it was that beneficial. This card sounds very interesting for a 4 cost to have an 11/10. The only thing that sucks is the sacrifice a creature card, but that's only if you do anything action-wise with it, which you're going to obviously have to do, because if they attack you, you know, whatever else. But I'd say that would be very good in a token deck. A token deck would benefit very well from that card. Or that card would benefit well from a token deck, either way you look at it. Okay. Oh yeah, see, I like that too, because then you can punish your opponent while also benefiting yourself for the same cost, instead of 2 different cards. Okay, now to the green cards. I thought this card looked cool. Not to mention the idea of a crocodile is really cool for a card. I've seen a couple when I was separating my cards earlier. Field trip. Okay. So there's those. I also got, supposed to get a dice. It's a relatively big dice. Like, center of my palm, relatively huge. And the, let's see, the bonus cards that we got are inside this box as well, which I can't really get to at the moment, because it's in my box that I've got my tokens in, so those cards up top. But it's in there. I'll probably dig it out towards the end of this video. So, I'm going to go and open this next pack, and we'll be back as soon as I do. Okay, and we are back. So, this is what the first card is that we've got. Merfolk Druid. Oh, that's that same card I had earlier. That's cool. Okay, where did I put those ones? Up there. Okay. Multicolor card. There's another multicolored card. Same one I got earlier. So, just got copies of those basically at that point. Artifact, that's gorgeous. I like artifacts. And I've got that as well already. Wow, that's a cool card. That looks pretty good itself. See, the only thing that sucks about this is the losing 2 life on your end. Now, there are cards, of course, that can mitigate damage, but if you don't have those or anything to stop the damage, it's a downfall to that card. That's really not bad. A 2 cost for a 1/4. It's like protection, easily. Especially if you can find something with reach. Enchantment or artifact or something to give it reach would be great. Creature, its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. That's not bad at all. Because it says creature, so that means you could get rid of a token of all things, like a 1/1 token, and then you just get a power boost basically for a card. For your new creature that's coming out. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. It's not bad for a 3 cost. Pay 3, deal 4. That's cute. Kind of. The top one, the bottom one's not all that great looking. He looks rough. Oh, that's not bad at all. Oh wow, just pay 1? That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Source card. Okay. Oh, so you can look for a specific one. That would explain the rarity. There's other cards that do similar though. I don't know about for that cost. Wow, this looks cool. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oh, we got a planeswalker. Wow. Copy instant source spell. Each opponent loses. Don't undo that. No, okay, better. You gain 2 life. That is amazing. You lose, +1. You lose 1 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. -3. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power amongst creatures that player controls. That would suck. For them anyways. Each opponent may discard a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life. Repeat the process 6. Holy crap. 6 more times. Wow. 6 times 3, it's 18. Wait, 6, what? Yeah, 18. So, that would be 18 life if they don't discard a card. That is insane. That card's got some potential. This has got some cool art to it. Fills their hand, you choose a non-creature, and it costs 1? This, okay. Choose a non-land, a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So you're only getting rid of, well, that does open up a lot of options, but I don't know how efficient that card would be in the game. Oh, and we got, oh wow, that is a cool token. I've got that card somewhere. I know I do, I've seen it. Okay. So, pause and then we'll go to open the next pack. Oh, wait, before we pause anyway. I think we should look at the packs anyway. Alright, now we'll open it. Alright, we are back. This is our first card, which, I don't know if we've already looked at that or not. I was separating all my cards into different areas over that moment there. So that's multicolored. Remember, 1 more card to leave your graveyard, scry 1. That could be very beneficial because it doesn't specify how the cards leave. So that means if you have anything that's returning cards to your hand or anything, that could be useful. Vigilance and Menace, that's gross. 4/4, 5 cost though. I don't know if that's worth it. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. It's a white card. We're putting you, let's go over here. Okay. Target creature gets -4 until end of turn. Okay. Blue. Let's put it here. Attacking spirits get +1/+0 until end of turn. That could be useful. 2/2, 2 cost. It's not bad. This card I saw earlier, and actually I think it's good. Create a 1/1 black and green passive creature token with when this creature dies you gain 1 life. 4 cost for 4/3, and that effect right there is pretty good. And greens go here. Choose 1. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Target creature gains initiative until the front. Oh, that is not bad either. For a 1 cost? That's quite some options there for a 1 cost. What was I putting the black card there again? Oh, down there. That card's funky art confused me, man. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You gain 3 life. That's not bad. Not for a 3 cost. That could be useful. Wow, this thing looks crazy. Mage Hunter. Whenever an opponent casts or copies an instant or sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Wow. When they cast. Wow. That could really mess somebody up in a game. I can see why that card would be good. Oh, this looks interesting. Rip Apart. Deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, choose 1. Or destroy a target artifact or enchantment. That's not bad either. A lot of planeswalkers don't have a lot of toughness when they come in, so that could be beneficial. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. When the permanent you don't control dies this turn, you gain 2 life. That is a really good card. For a 2 cost especially, planeswalkers are dangerous, man. You gotta get some of them off that field. Like, legendary artifact creature? I like the sound of that. You can't cast permanent spells, huh? I don't like that. Pay 4, tap this card, add, oh wow, add all the mana. When you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery card with lesser mana value. Until end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Huh. I don't like the sound of that top part though. You can't cast permanent spells. That makes me feel like it's not going to go very well. Like, it has potential, but worrisome. Oh, the art. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That's not bad. Not for 1 cost. And that land art is nice. Oh, it's another one of those, except this one's foiled. That's cool. It's a really good card, I think. And then we got our emblem, and I believe it's a token. Oh. That is awesome. It tells you the different things. Wow. That's cool. Alright, so that goes into our token box. Boop. Next pack. Alright. And we'll be back when it's open. Alright, back. And we've got this card already, so no need to look at it again unless you want to pause it and look. We have a new land card. Interesting. Where are my lands at? Up there. Wow. Moldering Croc. Zombie Crocodile. Trample and Lifelink? That thing's got some potential on it. Fuming Effigy. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, Fuming Effigy deals 1 damage to each opponent. Well, that could be beneficial so long as you're, doing it one at a time. Like one card at a time, anyways. Because otherwise, that might not be that good. Unless you do it very often. That's not bad. I like that. Where's my greens at? Oh, there they are. Man, it's that card art, man. That card art keeps tripping me out. I keep missing whatever it is. As long as it's your turn, Leech Fanatic has lifelink. Interesting. 2 costs for a 2/2, that ain't bad. Combat Professor. Flying. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains vigilance until end of turn. Target creature, that means you could probably target the same creature. If that's the case, then this card has some potential there. Make him a 3/3, and he has vigilance. Vigilance is disgusting as an ability. Like, just keep attacking, never have to tap your card. Pay 2, tap this card, draw a card, then discard a card. That's not bad. Where he's a low cost and low attack and whatnot, defense, all that, it'd be pretty simple to just use him as a backline card support rather than use him on the front line. Sacrifice, Pill Drop, Warden, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, activate only as a sorcery. A 1/5 though? And has reach? Dude, that card is beautiful. Like, reach is a main thing. Like, that's one of my main problems when I have any magic encounters or games or anything. I always end up not having reach, and flying murders me. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller draws a card. Does this have anything on the back? No, it does not. Well, I don't know. That might be good. I wouldn't use it, but Rhino Druid. Reach. Oh, I love Reach. Whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains trample until end of turn. What? Okay, wait. Let me read it. Control with power equal to its toughness attacks. Okay, alright. So that specifies this card in general because it's a 4/4, but it would benefit other cards as well if they're similar. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or social spell, gets +2/+2 until end of turn. That, for a 1 cost, is not too bad. Where did I put my white cards at? White. Oh, over there, of course. Practical Research. Draw 4 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant or sorcery card. Wow. That wouldn't be too hard to end up happening. Oh, Human Warlock. Search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, and shuffle. What? If it's an instant or sorcery card, put a 1/1 counter. Okay. Cool. That's not bad either. I've got some cards that give you your, like, swap your graveyard with your deck and all kinds of stuff. Whereas it's your hand with your graveyard, I'm not sure what it does exactly. I've got cards that reference stuff like that, which would be good to have a deck made around. Oh, there's the awesome art. Scry 1, draw a card. For 1, that is not bad at all. And then, of course, we've got our random card. Okay, so then here's our... See, we're starting back over with the original pack that I opened. This is the first pack I opened, what it would look like. So I guess I'll be back when this is open. Okay, we're at the next pack. Oh, let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Alright, there's that card. So I think at this point is when I'm going to start just going through them. Letting y'all look at them for a minute and then putting them where they go. Instead of going through reading them. You can read them at any point. Well, I can anyways. Green. Wow, that ain't bad. Wow, that's definitely gonna be good at some point. Blue. There we are. Wow, it's like a sorcery with trample. That's interesting. Okay, we've already seen this one. Put it up there. Feel it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Gain 2 life. Sounds good to me. I've seen these somewhere. Wow, for 1 cost? Oh my goodness. Wow, that is crazy. Discard a card, create, well, first tap this card. Discard a card, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies you gain 1 life. Or pay 1 and tap this card. Each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Wow, that could be gross. Pay 4, tap this card. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. That could be good for 3 costs too. And it says something's on the back. So, hold on, let's flip it on over here. Okay, this is what was on the back. Restorative Burst, 5 cost. Return up to 2 target creature, 2 target creature, land, and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each player gains 4 life. Exile Restorative Burst. I mean, if you want your cards bad enough, I guess it wouldn't be a bad option. God's Willing. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. For a 1 cost, that is beautiful. And it has Scry? Why not? Spirit token. Looks interesting. What's the back look like? Okay. So, moving on to the next pack. This is what my second pack looked like earlier that I opened. And I guess we'll be back when this is open. And we're back. Eureka Moment. 4 cost. Draw 2 cards. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's relatively good. 3 cost. Biomathematician. When this card enters the battlefield, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on each fractal you control. Okay. yeah, that could be good. Reel it, shuffle one all day. That's not bad. Not for the cost. You gain 4 life. And it's a 2 cost. That's not bad either. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. That's not bad either. Curate. Pay 2. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. Draw a card. Okay, Dragon's Approach. That is a pretty cool art for the card. 3 cost. Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to target opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do search your library for a dragon creature card, put it on. Holy crap! A deck can have any number of cards named Dragons for. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is cool. Okay, this spell costs 2 less to cast. If you've cast another instant or sorcery spell this turn, target creature to control get +1/+2 until end of turn. Then it fights target creature you don't control. For 3, it's not too bad. 4 cost. Crushing Disappointment. Each player loses 2 life. You draw 2 cards. That's not bad. But the 4 cost isn't all that great. Spirit Summoning. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. For 3. That's not too bad. No, okay. Okay, pay 3. Untap another target permanent you control. Tap target permanent. Wait, okay, so you're tapping the card to do this. Okay, so tap this card and tap another target permanent you control. Or tap this card, tap target permanent, activate only if you control 8 or more lands. So you can tap their cards, which is good. What's that? 3 cost? That isn't bad. 5 cost. Okay, this spell costs 2 less to cast during your end step. Okay. Destroy target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. That's not bad either. 5 costs a little rough, but it's good. Return Grinning Ignis to its owner's hand. Add 3 mana. Activate only as a sorcery. And it costs 3. But you pay 1. That's not bad at all. Basically like a refund on a different turn. Hey, I got another one. I think. Is this the same one? Yeah, I got another one. That's pretty cool, man. I don't have a lot of planeswalkers, so it's nice. That art, though. Pay 3, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put 1 onto the battlefield, tap, and the other into your hand, and shuffle. There's cards similar to that. That's nice. And we've got a double-faced representative card, which is also good to have. Okay, and my cards went everywhere while I wasn't looking. So, here's our next pack, and I'll be back when it is opened up. Okay, so there's the cards that I was, for the next pack I just opened, but here's the card I was telling you about earlier that came in. It's like a promotional card, and yeah, I think it's really good. I stuck it in a box earlier. I couldn't get it out at that moment in the video. This thing's straightened back out. Here we go. Okay. So that's that card, and then it also came with these other 2 cards, which are teaching cards, which I think is really interesting. I think it's really great that they're making cards to help newer players, or even, experienced players, learn things that they may not know, like all the different phases and whatnot. There's the front. What's the back look like? Cool, and tells you different kinds of games that you can play, which is awesome. Wow, that is really cool. I mean, because I've played the Magic games, and they really don't tell you very well or explain it very well. Wow, and it has both sides? It tells you attacking and blocking? This is really cool. Okay, and what does the other side say? Gotcha. That's really cool. Okay. So, now that those are out of the way, put those back in the box up there. Alright. And now back onto the pack. Okay. So, we've got Blood Researcher. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. That's really good to have on any card. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on Blood Researcher. See, the only thing with that is this card, if this card had lifelink, it would make it amazing, but it doesn't. So you gotta rely on other cards for that, unless you have like an enchantment or an aura or something to attach to it. When Campus Guide enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. That doesn't sound bad. For a 2 cost as well. Eureka moment, we just looked at this card, so I'm not going to waste more time reading it. This looks cute. Well, not necessarily. Oh my god, it's an evil squirrel. Squirrel colony. Wow, I like this card. Reach? It's squirrels with reach? Oh my gosh. Scurried Colony gets +2/2 as long as you control 8 or more lands. I love this card. I really do. I think I might put this in a deck just because it's random. Like, that's just great. A squirrel creature. Wow. Arrogant Poet. 2 cost. Whenever Arrogant Poet attacks, you may pay 2 life. If you do, it gains flying until end of turn. Okay, you pay 2 life and the opponent takes 2 life. You know, or loses 2 life. So, I mean, relatively worth it. Stonerise Spirit, 2 cost. Flying. Exile. Wait, pay 4. Exile a card from your graveyard. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. So that's not even tap this card. You can just pay 4. And you just give any creature you want flying. If you have a lot of mana, you can just make your entire side of the field flying. That's crazy. Pay 3, flying. When Frost Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its control's next untap step. That is good. It's like 2 different effects at once. First day of class. Wow, interesting. That art looks nice. Pay 2. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a 1/1 counter on it and it gains haste until end of turn. Charge through. 1 cost. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Draw a card. Wow, you pay 1 and you draw a card, basically. Not to mention the trample part, but... Fractal Summoning. This looks cool. I like the art. X and 2 of either forest or water. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put X plus 1/1 counters on it. Okay, so that's interesting. Next, Emergent Sequence. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. That card becomes a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature. That's still a land. Put a 1/1 counter on it for each land you had enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Wow. For 2 costs too. This looks interesting. Holy goodness, that cost though. Creative Outburst deals 5 damage to any target. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Pay 2, discard Creative Outburst. Create a treasure token. That's not bad. Okay. 6 cost. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. That's good. Kind of an expensive cost, but it's good. Has a lot of effects on it. I guess it levels itself out. 5 cost. Choose to create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain indestructible and haste until end of turn. Wow, that could be an in-game card. Lure Hold Command deals 3 damage to any target. Target player gains 3 life. Sacrifice a permanent, then draw 2 cards. Wow, that is insane. that card is relatively good. Last card in this pack, with awesome art again. Pay 3, split second. As long as this spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Wow, that's relatively good too. We've got our last card. Alright, and now we are on to our next pack, which is this right here. So I'll be back when it's open. Alright, and we are back. First card, Witherbloom Campus. Witherbloom Campus enters the battlefield tapped. It's cool. Oh, you can even pay 4 to scry. That's not bad at all. Okay, yep, we went over that one already. Witherbloom Pledge Mage. It's a tree folk. So it's a tree folk's referenced as, oh, it's an int. There we go. Like Lord of the Rings. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or spell, you gain a life. Cool. It's a 5/5. So, paying 5 for 5/5, that's not bad. Getting what you pay for, not to mention the extra abilities on it. Spectre of the Fins. Pay 4. Oh, it's flying. Okay. Alright, and then pay 6. Target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That's really expensive, but I mean, 2 life from 20, you're getting there. I mean, a couple turns of that. Well, a lot of turns of that actually, but still yet. In combination with everything else, I'd say it'd probably end the game relatively quickly. Spirit Bird, pay 2. Flying to 1/2. And then you can pay 4. Exile a card from your graveyard. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. That's pretty cool. Frost Trickster. Flying, when Frost Trickster enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, Fuming Effigy deals 1 damage to each opponent. I think we've already seen that one. Enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. That's not bad. For the cost anyways. Elemental Summoning. Create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. That is awesome. 5 costs, I don't know about that part, but Dueling Coach, pay 4. When Dueling Coach enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Then pay 5, tap this card, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it. That is gross. That could end up being really good. Pay 2, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control. That's really good. Especially for a 2 cost. Hey, focus in. Thank you. 4 cost. Stormkiln Artist gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcerer spell, create a treasure token. That's really good. Focus, please. Thank you. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, and that art though. And Shock. Shock deals 2 damage to any target. That's not bad. A 1 cost for 2 damage. That's really good. Sacrifice another creature. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Oh, it's pay 1. That's not bad. Pest. Ah, I finally got a pest token? That's what's up. I've got so many cards saying pest on them, and now there's that. I think that's really cool too on the back. Alright, so it is our last pack, and I will be back when it's open. Alright, we are in our 10th and final booster pack. So this is our first card, and I believe we already looked at this card prior. So we'll go ahead and skip that through. We got another land card. It looks interesting on the art. I remember seeing this already. Cram Session. Focus, please. Thank you. Pay 2, you gain 4 life. Wow, that is really good for a 2 cost. Gain 4 life, that's awesome. For 2. Ageless Guardian. that's really good. A 2 cost for a 1/4. Might not do a lot of damage, but just the defense on that in general, the toughness, that'll save you for a couple turns. Free Sculpt, pay 2, exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. I believe we saw that earlier. This would be really good in a token deck because you could just get rid of a low toughness or attacking creature, which is like a 1/1 or anything, and then you've got a 4/4 instead, which is really great. Heated Debate, pay 3. This spell can't be countered. Oh, I like that. Heated Debate deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Dude, it can't be countered? That is awesome. Big play, 2 cost. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach until end of turn. Put a 1/1 counter on it. Wow. That is actually, I think that's actually really good. Novus Dissector, pay 4. And then when it's on the field, pay 1. Sacrifice another creature, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay, I think we already looked at that earlier. Sounds familiar. And I know we looked at that earlier. Secret Rendezvous. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. Wow. That could go both ways. Hall Monitor. Pay 1. He's only a 1 cost? I like that. And he has haste? Oh my goodness. Pay 2. Tap this. Okay, yeah, tap this card. Target creature can't block this turn. Wow. Hall Monitor, that's funny. A Turtle Druid? Man, that is so cool. And it is a 4 cost. When Quandrix Cultivator enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic forest or island card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. That sucks, you can only do it once, but yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting card. I like the art on this. Pay 3, Dream Strix. Wow, of course I get a Strix card from the STRIXHAVEN box, right? So pay 3. It's a bird illusion. Flying. When Dream Strix becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice it. Dream Strix dies, you learn. Oh, well, yeah, you learn how it dies. I don't think that's very beneficial, sir. Alright, so pay 2. Divine Gambit. I like, oh my gosh, the art, dude. Some of these cards have some amazing art on them. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantments an opponent controls. That player may put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. Well, I mean, that could go both ways. It's good, but it could be bad just the same, depending on what they throw back down. And we've got an elemental token for the last card. There's another card referencing the different duelist types, like I was saying on the box piece there. But, yeah, I believe that is all the cards. And, hope you guys learned something, or got to see some cards you might want. Give you a reason to buy the box, or to buy the cards in general from the set. But, thank you for watching as always, and, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Later.